Okay, everybody. Sorry if I'm sounding a little tired. I don't know. I slept all morning, even though it's like a Saturday. So, first things first. I was actually looking over the playlist of my reviews, and I noticed that Sweet and Elite was missing. And then I remembered, oh wait, I never uploaded my re-review of it, even though I've done that about 5-6 months ago. But since this is a new laptop I have, and I don't have the specific review on the computer, and I don't even remember when I did that re-review, guess what? I have to re-review a Season 2 episode for the third time now. And as much as I still like the episode, but it's really annoying that I have to re-review it for a third time. So, before we can move on to Inspiration Manifestation, it's time to go back to Sweet and Elite. Again. For the third time in a row. Okay, not the third time in a row, but just the third time in general. And I know I'm going to sound tired, so I'm going to try to muster up as much energy as I can to review this episode, because I just want to just power through Season 4, so that way I can at least finish it before at least spring break starts. So let's get into Sweet and Elite, so I can clean my hands of Season 2 once and for all. So the episode starts off at Canterlot, where Rarity is invited by Princess Celestia and kissing her toes and thanking her because she wants to make a birthday dress for Twilight. I think she got the idea. Okay, I know that Rarity is like a fashion designer, and I know that she is known for basically, overpacking, but don't you think it's a little too much? Whatever. So as I said, Rarity comes up with the idea of making a beautiful dress for Twilight's birthday or she was the one that gave her the sweet. Oh, and we get that, I probably have mentioned this, but we have rich snobs in Canterlot. Yeah, because I'm not sure if I haven't noticed that.
We thought you could go up and tavern and cars upon that. Well, did you get that simply marvelous taco?
I would make one of those. Do you know how the Nostalgia Critic in his older reviews would make like a lot of British reviews? You know, when the one he goes like, man, I can't even do that. I could make a joke about that, but like I said, I'm really too tired that I don't have the energy to do so. So, plus, kind of doing the joke might sound a bit racist, if that's even possible to be racist to British people. Anyways, so Rarity tries to explain it, but attracts the attention of a hillbilly, and of course, the rich snobs don't care, because calling it country. Because that could probably take offense to someone, but then again, it's the people of Canterlot, and they have no constraint for empathy. We are compassionate. So Rarity gets into the materials that she needs to make the dress, but comes across one of the most high society ponies known as Fancy Pants.
Oh, Inferno Songla makes his first ring. Her birthday's in a few days. Again, I'm really sorry I bumped into you. I know. You obviously done very well bumping into you.
And thus, that breaks into the conflict where Fancy Pants invites Rarity to go to a Wonderbolts Derby. Which makes me wonder how exactly were the Wonderbolts even prepared for the Derby? What, they just do it for sports? Like, did they just use it for the entertainment? Because I know they're a Daredevil group, but it's like they're not, like, you know, how do I put this? Never mind. Let's get back to the episode. Where basically Rarity is in conflict of whether to go to the Derby or start the dress of Twilight, or start in Twilight's dress. God. And she decides to go to the Derby because that's basically procrastinating on your own work. But hey, that's me. Yeah, and you know how considering that some of the archetype characters I really don't like are the rich snob characters who think they're above all else. Well, if you see the episode after Rarity walks in with Fancy Pants, that look is so worth it. So everybody becomes attracted to Fancy Pants because he apparently is the most important pony in Canterlot. Apparently. And then they find out about the cast. You know, I'm actually really curious to see if by season 7 they can actually have an episode of what the Wonderbolts Derby is about, and I'm not sure. I'm just probably guessing at this point. So Rarity becomes really excited about being a part of the High Society of Ponies, even if she had to lie about one of her friends, but she's in High Society classes. And the win that she gets is just a set headed straight to Jet Set and Uppercross saying, "Ha!"
And then I said, "Oh, please, don't be that fast, darling. That's a national disaster that somehow landed atop your head."
We British always find incredible. Yeah, see, I don't have the energy to do that type of joke, so. Okay, I'm stalling. Let's get back to it. So then, Rarity gets invited to a bunch of events, which causes her to be internal conflict with trying to make Twilight's dress and stall some more.
Twilight's dress in time for her birthday party is still my top priority. I can't possibly get to cancel all of these by rejecting their invitations now, can I?
Okay, so now I gotta mute this part because this was how the review got canceled the first time, which basically is a song and a montage of Rarity singing, why am I so tired? Becoming Popular, I believe this song is, where it basically shows a montage of Rarity being invited to all the high-class ponies, invitation to a charity auction, a yacht opening, and an art gallery exhibit, where she becomes more popular amongst the ranks of Canterlot. As I said in my older review, is that the song is definitely catchy, and it's definitely a song that you can actually kind of dance to if you have the energy for it. And it's actually still one of the songs that I really enjoyed listening to the most. But, you know me, since my musical taste has kind of evolved, it's really hard to, basically, when I listen to music, whenever there's, a song I really enjoy, I usually, put it on repeat and listen to it 3 times. And while I do enjoy this song, I don't think it's one of those songs that I would repeat 3 times. So Rarity packs up everything because she knows that she's low on time.
I must get back to Ponyville with
But then she's given a letter by...
Dear friend, the president has requested that you use the garden party tomorrow afternoon. Yours, Jeff 7, upper class.
Weren't those the same ponies that called you a hick, that called you like a bumpkin or something? Basically calling your hack country and really didn't like you in general? So it does make me wonder why Rarity would go to a party to two ponies that don't even like her. That makes no sense. I mean, maybe they eventually realize that she really is important, but I don't really get it. And this is actually another thing that kind of confuses me, because you already know that the Grand Galloping Gala happened at the end of Season 1, and this has been the 9th episode of Season 2. So, where exactly is this on the timeline of the episodes? I have no idea. Maybe this episode was originally supposed to be a Season 1 episode, but the episode was probably under a lot of the drafts and the writing staff, so it had to get pushed back to Season 2, which I guess is the only explanation I can come up why that line is mentioned. I don't know, that's just how I think. But again, because of the garden party invitation, Rarity is set back to conflicting of how to do Twilight's dress.
But if I don't so, my new reputation in Camelot as a very important pony might be ruined. I might never be invited to another high society event again.
So, what does Rarity do? Writes a letter by saying, you know, I gotta admit, after she just made that overdramatic whim, I like Opal's eyes just basically being like, I'm fine.
Your friend, Ram. I didn't suppose this means you don't need me to bring down back? No, but I will need some help unpacking. What do you think? Too much? Goodbye. Garden party, here I come.
But guess who comes as a surprise? But then she wakes up to find out.
I asked Cookie Pie if it wouldn't be too much trouble to move my birthday party here, because it would not be missing. What am I secret? Wow, let's see if I can see the puzzle of tackle in their way. I don't know what to see. All right. How about you start by saying what you're doing in that fancy getup? Well, I always put on something a little fancy when Opal's feeling under the weather. Here's what I got. Oh, poor Opal. Where is the kid going?
So, yes. So, we basically are going to get the liar reveal trope, but this is actually one of those that's done right, actually. Plus, I really like this scene. You know, I'm really surprised that in later episodes when Opal does appear, I'm surprised that she still isn't mad about Rarity, or at least attempts to try to splash her mate off like she did with Sweetie Belle in the Stairmaster.
Is that my dress?
But of course, when Twilight sees her dress, she is actually rather impressed by it, with Rarity's sigh of relief. And when they go to the ballroom with Celestia allowed to use for Twilight's party, we're introduced... Oh, wait. And thus we get introduced to Pinkie Pie's infamous party cannon, which will become a staple for the rest of the series. And I think you know where this is going to lead to. So if throughout the evening, Rarity constantly tries to come up with excuses to flip-flop between...
Yes, I always have a little frosting behind my ears before I go out. After all, who doesn't like the smell of cake frosting?
Well, I like the cake frosting, and usually I would like to eat it a lot. Because I usually eat it first, and then I would eat the cake center, because the frosting is so delicious.
I know I do.
So throughout the night, Rarity would constantly flip-flop between Twilight's party and the garden party. But after she has the cocaine mallet in her mouth, Alf, with courtesy of Rainbow Dash, she's eventually busted.
Other party in the garden? I'm surprised at you. Twilight, let me explain. I hadn't realized you were such a savvy business pony. You must understand. All of those ponies look so posh. And with the Grand Galloping Gala coming up, I bet you could totally get some of them to buy your dresses.
Yeah, but considering what does happen to her at the Grand Galloping Gala, that never actually happens. So then, when the rest of the main six decide to go to the garden party, all hell breaks loose.
I certainly won't mind if you check out the party too. Come on, you guys. Let's go have a party pony style.
And thus, all hell breaks loose.
Oh, no.
And then, of course, Rarity is eventually found out.
Can you believe what that pony is wearing?
It's just so great.
Well, you know what I just say to that, jet stepping upper crust? Up yours.
Yeah.
Excuse me, might I ask where you got your ensemble?
Why, yes, you may. A very, very close friend of mine from Toledo made it for me.
It's so worth it to have their reactions. Seriously, after all the crap that they give Rarity, it's just so worth it to see them have it.
Only this, they say.
I do say. Her name is Jessica. Come with me. I want to show you this thing that's over there. All the other side of the room.
In a moment, my dear, this lovely thing from Toby was just about to go.
But she's eventually found out.
We all think so.
No, you say?
So thus we get our moral friendship, where Rarity's generosity is put to the test, where she sacrifices her status in Camelot or deciding over her friends, and she actually does decide her friends.
Yes. Yes, I can know that. They may not be as sophisticated as some of the Canterlot children.
Or selfish, or self-centered, or generally a pain to put up with.
They are my best friends. And they are without doubt the most important ponies I know.
Important ponies, Steve W?
Don't make me laugh.
We British are far superior in our strength and intellect.
I, for one, find that charming.
What? Yeah, so because Fancy Pants is the most important pony, they basically fall all onto his every whim.
I dare say every man in Camelot will be what he wants.
Oh, I'd like to take my order right now.
I think it too.
Ew, yes. Allow me to pretty much order your dresses after I insulted your friends and called them ruffians.
Yes, now then. How about you introduce me to your friend?
And I'm looking forward to see how they derail your character, her and Princess Spike Fancy Pants. This is also why I want to finish season 4 as quickly as possible, because I want to rip that episodes to shreds. But let's wrap this up.
Dear Princess Celestia, I wanted to tell you about the important lesson I learned during my visit. Now that I would like to hear. I mean that no matter where you go in life, you should never forget that you are the product of your home and your friends. And that is something always to be proud of, no matter what.
one more Bell-Tell joke. So that was Sweet and the Lead, and if I have to reiterate myself for the third time, it's a good episode. So, what can I really say that I haven't really said already about this episode? The animation is, of course, stunning and definitely lively. This episode does offer some world building to explore how there are actually some good ponies, some more than others, in Canterlot. And it also really teaches a valuable lesson and variety between choosing her status and her friends, and explains that you'll always have your friends, and no matter where you're born from, that you'll always be there, no matter what others say. I guess there really isn't too much I can really rag about that episode, aside from Jet Set and Upper Crust being, well, you know, snobs generally. So there really isn't that too many bad things to say. Oh, and the song to become popular is definitely catchy. So what can I really say that I haven't really said about this episode already? So I think as a whole, I would probably say Sweet and Elite would get, I would say about a minus. Because there really isn't a lot of negative things to say that really drags the episode down. So yeah, Sweet and Elite, A minus. So now, if I can make sure that I remember to upload this, I will hopefully see you next time on Inspiration Manifestation, and I can finally clean my hands of Season 2. See ya.